Hi, my name is Eric, and today I'll be providing my feedback for AI, and also trying to sell you my favorite breakfast food. Let's get started. To start off, I'll be providing my positive feedback, what I like about AI, and a comparison with other SAT practice tools that I have used in the past, as well as proposing some of my concerns or constructive feedback for AI. And lastly, I'll be providing 3 suggested features that I personally would like to see in AI, and then we'll move on to me trying to sell you my favorite breakfast food. The 3 most memorable features from AI is the step-by-step breakdown of questions and solutions, the accessible interface and the overall easiness to navigate on the site, and lastly, the relevance of the questions from AI's question bank. To start off, after doing a couple of math questions, I find that the solution that the chatbot provides me is very clear. Each individual calculation or process in its logical thinking is clear and it's there for me. So I can easily follow through, which is very great for someone who doesn't have perhaps great background knowledge on that topic or that specific question, because it's so easy for them to, okay, this is the steps and this is the problem solving process that I need to follow for these type of questions. Secondly, the site itself is very easy to navigate, and I am able to comfortably, know all the features and test them out, and also practice just by following through the instructions. I think this is really great in terms of incentivizing users to come on AI for daily practices for like say 15 to 20 minutes per day because of how easy it is to, get improvement for them. And lastly, the questions I've seen from past SAT practices or other SAT practice tools, I find AI's questions pretty similar, and I think the high relevancy of the actual of the questions to the actual exam is very great. Now, in addition to AI, I've also tried out SAT's official Bluebook digital SAT practice tool and also Khan Academy for practices and trying to see what the comparison is. So the 3 metrics that I've established for my own comparison of these 3 softwares or tools is the variety of practices it has, the similarity of problems on the actual SAT exam provided by Bluebook, and lastly, the progress tracking and analysis of the user's progress. To start off with the variety of practices, I feel like the ACID is only limited to short practice and short diagnostic. Maybe there's a reason for that, but in comparison to Khan Academy and Bluebook actually have full-length practices as diagnostics themselves, which I think better reflects what the user is actually going to do under like a 3-hour and something test time, and also under all that stress and focus. Secondly, even though I talked about the high relevancy of ACID's questions to the actual SAT practice exam, I felt that the scaling and difficulty in comparison to the digital version of the SAT is not as much, it's not as accurate. And also Khan Academy has their own chatbot Khanmigo, which also provides solutions, and in comparison, Khanmigo does not actually give you the actual solution right away, to the math problems, whereas AI, if you just ask them what's the answer, they'll give it to you right away before even going through and explaining the steps. And lastly, the progress tracking analyses ACE provides is very, very good. The suggestions I would like to make is, first of all, we want to have a full-length practice and diagnostic for ACID because that also helps with students' stress and retention management. Secondly, chatbot not directly showing the answer would be great. And lastly, perhaps an option for human support, right? So maybe a link somewhere to Juni Learning or other external resources to say, okay, you can also come here if you want extra knowledge about this topic or this question. Now let's move on to selling my favorite breakfast food, which is the air-fried omelet. 3 main reasons. First of all, really great for your health because it provides a lot of protein, vitamin D, and also minerals. Secondly, it's very easy to make because the steps to actually doing this is very, very easy. It's just use the air fryer, eggs, and that's pretty much it. And it's very safe as well because air fryer is used for 10-year-olds and above, so a 10-year-old can really use it. And lastly, determining your personal, preferences or dietary regulations or budget and time, you can add whatever you want to the omelet, which is very great if you want to eat more or less. With that, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to work with you at Juni Learning in the future.